Hey guys! My tripod literally is just not working, so the phone is set up in my plant, so you'll see some green leaves here. Just gotta go with it, right? Good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I just wanted to talk briefly about our Stemnomic Solutions program that's coming up. It's a 7-week virtual program. And so leading up to the launch date of our program on Monday, January 21st, we're going to be doing regular Facebook Lives at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time every day. So the purpose of these Facebook Lives is for you guys to learn about the program, see if it's right for you, share it with friends if you want. Again, since it's virtual, anyone can do it from anywhere, and that was part of our intent with this program. We do have friends, family, colleagues all over the country that are interested in learning more about stem cells, biohacking, ketosis, fasting, so that's why we're doing this. So I just want to give a little quick brief overview. Stemnomic Solutions, what is it? It's basically biohacking, meaning almost like tricking your system into making your own stem cells on a really high efficient level. So our body makes stem cells all the time. They're basically immature cells that can differentiate and literally form any tissue in the body. They play a huge role in regeneration, repair, and recovery, and they go down as we age. So that's why a lot of times as we get older, we don't recover from workouts as easily. If we fall, get an injury, sometimes it just takes us a little bit longer to feel good. So that's what stem cells are. I just want to make sure I touch on everything. There's these ancient healing strategies that we can tap into, and it allows our bodies to increase our ability to make stem cells. So stem cells are a huge buzzword lately. They're gaining popularity in medicine because of the studies that are coming out and how powerful and effective they are for anti-aging, for regeneration, repair, even cancer. So people are going and getting injections of stem cells. I actually think it's a phenomenal option. We have one of the best doctors in the country over here by us in New Jersey, so we refer people to him all the time. It also is an investment that some people just aren't up for or able to participate in. So part of the goal of our Virtual Stemnomic Solutions Program is to teach you how to tap into these strategies that I'm going to go over in a minute so that you can make stem cells for free. Sorry, I'm getting alerts here. So these ancient healing strategies, what do I mean by that? That's basically ketosis, intermittent fasting, block fasting, prolonged fasting, diet variation, and becoming fat adapted. So Jason and I have been using these strategies on and off for about 4 or 5 years and have had amazing results. We love how we feel. So I want to share on these Facebook Lives, I'm going to share a little bit of like basic info and keep it really simple. And then I also want to share some of the science, just so people that are interested in really knowing the science behind it can learn about it. And I also want to get Jason on here. He's kind of social media shy, but I'm going to get him on here. He's at work right now, but he will be on here. So I do want to share a study. I'll also post some links below when I'm done with this. I'm going to post a link to this study. I'll post a link to our Dr. Sonner's YouTube page where I put all these videos. We have tons of videos on there. You guys can share with your friends. Please subscribe, like, comment. We want this page to be for you as a resource. So anything you guys need, let us know. Give us feedback. And I'll also post a link under here on how to download a basic guide for the Stemnomic Solutions Program. It's going to look like this. This is the skeleton. You can get this for free. The program is $297, but this is just like a really basic guide that you guys can use. It's not this entire thing, but it's like a brief overview. So just to kind of get an idea of what we will be doing. All right, so real quick, the study that I will post below is by a scientist named Walter Longo. He's amazing. He's really big in the fasting world. He's a professor at USC Davis. He's a professor of gerontology, and he's also a leader of the Longevity Institute. He wrote the book, The Longevity Diet, which is a great book. It's Walter Longo. I highly recommend that as a resource for anyone interested in learning more. But he basically did a study on rats and phase 1 human clinical trials for people going through chemotherapy. And the scientists were expecting a certain result, and they were expecting to see some repair and regeneration through prolonged fasting, but they were blown away by how effective prolonged fasting actually was. So what they saw was through fasting that in particular white blood cells went down, and that's a huge part of the immune system, obviously. And when they reintroduced food, the white blood cells went up, and actually they said what happened was like a regenerative switch was flipped. So what they saw is that through fasting, what our bodies were doing is basically killing off old, ineffective parts of our immune system. So basically, when you starve the system, your body looks for ways to save energy. So you kill off these old cells, and then you regenerate stem cells by tapping into bone marrow and lymph nodes and other areas, which they showed in the study. And then these cells go up. And so what they're seeing is when these cells go up, they're new, they're healthy, and they're super effective. So basically, in simple terms, what this showed them is through fasting, you regenerate your entire immune system again. Huge for patients going through chemotherapy, because as we know, chemotherapy is effective because it wipes out the immune system, killing the cancer cells, but wipes out a lot of other stuff in its way. And a lot of the effects that people feel from chemo is because the immune system is wiped out. So if people are going through chemotherapy, they can tap into fasting, and you have to be really careful, obviously, because a lot of times through chemo, you don't want to lose weight. But through fasting done correctly, you can regenerate your entire immune system. So this is huge. So what they're seeing now in cancer research in particular is these people going through chemo that introduce fasting can withstand higher levels of chemo and radiation in these aggressive tumors, and they can handle it because their immune system is not only not being depleted, it's actually getting stronger. So super, super cool. Also, again, when you're making these stem cells through prolonged fasting, you are becoming super efficient at healing, at regeneration, at repair. So you're making more of these immature cells, and they're going basically to anywhere in your body that needs more cells for repair. So great for injuries, great for workouts. One of the many things I've noticed through tapping into this is I recover from my workouts so much faster. So I do CrossFit and yoga. And sorry, another message. And my weights go up without me even necessarily trying. So I just feel super, super efficient. They also found in the study that prolonged fasting lowered IGF-1. IGF-1 is a growth factor linked to aging, tumor progression, and cancer. So huge, huge stuff going on in the research. I want to keep these Facebook Live short, so I'm going to pretty much leave it at this. I don't think I left anything out. Again, I'll post some links below. Feel free to share this with your friends. I am going to do some kind of science-y Facebook Lives on this, so I hope by tomorrow to have my whiteboard here at the house. I have one at the office, but I'll mainly be doing these here from the house since they're early in the morning. And I will put a ton of that info. If there's any particular questions you guys have, please let me know below. Also, what's huge with these ancient healing strategies, they have to be done correctly. And that's why we're doing this program. It's why we're keeping it low cost. It's $297. It's a 7-week program, all virtual. We're going to have weekly Zoom calls that will be recorded in case you can't make them, that will tell you exactly what you need to do. Ketosis, fasting, prolonged fasting in particular get a really bad rap, but if they're not done correctly, they can actually be really dangerous. So I highly recommend joining our group if this is something you're interested in doing. Again, it's not only going to help you now, you can forever, once you know how to do this, you can tap into it whenever you want. So we're here to give you these tools. We're going to bring a ton of value to this program, and I'm super excited to have you guys along. I will see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Feel free to share with any of your friends. All right? Have a good one.